Listening to this makes me want to go back and play Sea of Stars again. It really was such a good game. I'm sorry. And has a top 3 RPG character of the last decade or so, decade plus. Like, the only one who I'm gonna argue, like, nope, definitely, like, I'm gonna pick him before Garl is gonna be, like, Ichiban Kasuga. Alright, name another guy. I figure we'll give people, like, probably one more song's worth, and then we'll hop into the ain't nothing to it but to do it. Hop back into the 6 times the charm. But first we'll listen to the actual best Sonic song, even better than Studiopolis Zone. Chemical Plant Zone, Act 2. Not talking remixes, just talking actual Sonic tracks. The best Sonic song is Chemical Plant Zone Act 2. Argue with your mama. Argue with your mama, dog. Because I'm right. I'm correct. So yeah, this will be the 6th run of the Fire Emblem Nuzlocke, but I don't think it counts. What do I mean by that? I'm counting it as the 6th run because it's funnier that way. The first run, genuinely, like, Erica died, that's the end of the run. The second run, I decided to just put the kibosh on it. Because, like, we had faced enough deaths that I'm like, I know I'm gonna trudge through to the end, and it's gonna be an annoying, miserable experience. But this does not have legs. We need to cut it here. The third run, I literally died in the first round possible. The 5th run landed until the second map where I died very quickly. The 4th run, I should say, was like that. The 5th run died as fast as possible, like the 3rd run. The 6th run's got legs. 2 of them, man, they were collectively sub 5 minutes. It counts, but, like, you know? I should do a timer thing explaining the Nuzlocke part of things. I'm going to. I'm just writing down the rules. Feel free to ask me That's one. Cool. I've got a timer thing for it, and I'm also going to do a hashtag FE. Do I want to do hashtag Nuzlocke or just hashtag? Because
that's why we welcome and overcome challenges.
I'm gonna do hashtag or exclamation point Nuzlocke as an option.
And on ourselves.
We turn our passions into purpose, and we put in the
because
work
I feel like, I mean, if it's a Pokemon Nuzlocke, like, people know what that is.
And everyone around us.
So I can just tell them, hey, if you're confused, if you have any questions, whatever, you can either ask me or you can, like, hit exclamation point Nuzlocke and chat, and it'll explain. Hi, Fireflies. Hi, Josh. Hi, chat. It's still Elden Ring Bingo tourney today, but I wanted to pop in and say hi. I appreciate you. Quick question. What is Elden Ring Bingo? Is it like bingo, like numbers and letters, but like instead do they correlate to like trivia? I'm confused. Is it something in the game? Also, and this is maybe the most important point I have to ask, should it not be called Elden Ringo? Streets are saying that Elden Ringo is a name. Legally, it is a name worth considering. Streets are saying. I'm not saying. But the streets are, in fact, saying. Also, there was, before I start playing, there was a preview for a movie that has dropped that seems very cool and interesting. But it has led to some social media fervor. Oh, there's a randomly generated bingo square of random in-game objectives, and the player's race to either get a line or 13 square majority first. Okay, that's actually very cool. But it should be Elden Ringo. I'm just saying it should be Elden Ringo. So there was a preview that dropped for a new movie coming out called Wicker, in which Alexander Skarsgård. I know it's one of the Skarsgårds. I believe it's Alexander Skarsgård, not Bill Skarsgård. Plays a man made out of wicker, and a lot of women, especially, are really they're really into that idea. They're into him. They're into the Wicker Man. And some people are questioning it because they're not real monster fuckers, of course. Especially dudes who are like, oh, so you would get splinters. We have two important things to discuss. One, if you're not a real monster fucker, you can just say that. It's fine. But you are not allowed to question anyone who is into the idea of this Wicker Man if you thirsted over Lady Dimitrescu at any given point. I just need to be clear. You are not allowed. It's or if you never did, you're allowed to question it. If you did, you are not allowed to question it. Them's the rules. Them's the rules. B, this has led to me asking a very important question online, which is Wicker son or AI chatbot girlfriend daughter. And I do think it's a very important question for the community at large to embrace. Cool. All right. So, to catch everyone up, so like I said, for those who weren't here before, so last stream, the run went bad. Because of just a lot of bad luck. Here's the thing, and let me just kind of get into this. For those who have never done like a Pokemon Nuzlocke, what's funny is this Fire Emblem Nuzlocke, the thing that kills a lot of Pokemon Nuzlockes is exactly what killed this the attempt that died on yesterday's stream for this Fire Emblem Nuzlocke. That there is a term for. It's a term I've seen multiple YouTubers use. The first PokeTuber who I've seen use it specifically to apply to Nuzlocking is Pichal. Shout out to Pichal, excellent Nuzlocker. But it is called the snowball effect. You lose one Pokemon in your Nuzlocke, which would happen to be a great counter or tool or weapon for later, and so you have to use a suboptimal option later, which puts you in worse positions, which eventually causes you to lose another. Not because of the fact that, because of the fact that you didn't have the right answer in that moment. Realistically speaking, Natasha's death in Chapter 5 pretty much set everything else in motion, because it meant moving forward, I didn't have a healer, and if you're not playing Super Ultimate Turtle mode, that causes issues. Now, I'm turtling a little bit. I'm not forcing myself to low turn count, but it causes issues because I can't as many times safely throw my guys into range and have them pull enemies, because only one hit can be safely taken instead of two, but there's 3 enemies in the way, or things like that. And so as a result, because I don't have a healer, I have to spend my action using vulneraries and healing items. But that means I'm not spending my actions attacking, which means I'm endangering myself, and so it keeps going. And so that's what caused the next loss I had, was when I lost Franz during Chapter 9, because I kept Now, I did a stupid move in that chapter, but my units kept getting extended into dangerous situations because I didn't have someone who could just come and heal someone so I could get that extra action during my turn without it being in danger, and so on and so on and so on. And so then once Franz was gone, I lost my best balanced offense with high defense unit, who was also really mobile. And so I just had Ross, who had better stats physically, but he was not really mobile. And Ross is locked to axes. I also lost my best lance wielder, which meant I didn't have good options against a lot of sword units. Like, it all cascades on itself. So that's the thing about this. It's very fun and it's very good. Like, I'm enjoying the flexing of it, but that is kind of the thing that happens with these. So I'm hoping getting a few good level ups on Erica early means she can take part in combat and more consistently one-round enemies, meaning she needs less help, which means I need to put fewer people in dangerous situations, and so on and so on. Before we even go in, because I've done everything up to, at minimum, assuming if I get Erica route again, I'm skipping the story shit all the way up until chapter 11, I think it was. Yes, chapter 11. If I get Ephraim's route, I'll start doing story stuff again around chapter 9. But all the stuff I've been doing during the stream, that there's already record of me voicing and doing, I'm just skipping. So as a result, we're just gonna go straight to the good shit, the shit that, the rolls and shit. And so I'm Al Sharpton, let us, boom. All right, so we're going into chapter 3. We can have Namie or Colm. A 1 is Namie, a 2 is Colm. 2-number spin. Go, 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 go. Okay, I'm landing on the same people every time now. This is the exact same as last time. I'm going to take that one, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to the spinner. And just in case, I'm going to take that one, but I'm going to refresh. I might do flip a coin for the next one or something. I don't know. I like the spinner, though. The spinner looks good. So, but I refreshed. Hopefully, yeah. But I guess we're going with Colm. I really would have liked Namie. Here's the Elden Ringo site with the rules and player brackets and such. I'm going to skedaddle to see the end of today's last match. May pop back in after. I'm going to keep that over here to the side so I can take a look at it later when I have the chance. Cool. Cool. All right, so. Seth, you're uninvolved. Gilliam, you're uninvolved. Franz, you're involved. You're gonna break that door. You're level 5, you're level 4, 3. Okay. How much do you do with the javelin? You do 16. Okay, cool. I could let Ross... Hold on. It'll be a 3-round battle, which will be a little annoying. I'm gonna move Namie up here so she's ready to immediately recruit Colm. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Garcia here. Here's what I'm gonna do. Erica, right there. Iron Sword. And then Namie's gonna go right here, and she's gonna deposit her stuff so that she's ready to immediately recruit Colm. Javelin, cool. And then Ross is gonna get in the way of this dude. I am not going to have, I'm gonna have him wait. Wait, is that dude? This will give me a 2-hit instead of a 3-hit. And I'm still safely, yeah, cool. And then you two over here. Cool. Enemy phase. Ow. So he's gonna well, that's not great. He's gonna vulnerary up. Cool. Talk. Cool. Namie, you have officially outlived your usefulness. I say that in the nicest way I can. Like, you literally are not going to do another thing for me this run. Chests grant some avoid, don't they? Or am I just imagining that? Hold on. I'm trying to see something. No, they don't. I don't know why I thought chests grant avoid. What up, Shan? Yeah, I don't know why I thought chest grant. I thought chest grant avoid. I'm wrong. Okay. But what I can do to be efficient with it is I can... What's your hit rate on him? Dude's got 39 displayed hit. Okay, cool. Wait, you have a low vulnerary? Cool. Perfect. That's all I needed. No. It's because I was moving everything. I was trying to see, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to... It's because I'm playing it on the Switch online. If I was playing via quote-unquote other means, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, I would have this screen sized a little better for what I'm doing. But because I don't... If you miss, nope, he's gonna have to use vulnerary. Sweet. So it's just my name was hovering over the bottom right where they show, like, if a piece of terrain gives, you know, a void or defense or anything like that. And, like, the way it was sitting, it could have been 10 or it could have been nothing, and I wasn't sure, so I wanted to check. Unfortunately, while he's guaranteed the return kill, he is not guaranteed to survive, and I have to be smart. So, Ross, you go ahead and vulnerary. Cool. Dope. Dopest dope you ever smoked. Sweet. And now, as long as Ross gets this counter hit, boom, level up. And then next turn he can... He got skill, which is... That's been a struggle for him. Grab the chest. Cool. Okay, let me see here. With a hand axe, that dude. So I have to use the hatchet for safety to not. Do 8. This dude's got 24. Okay, perfect. So keep the hatchet equipped and vulnerary up. I'm in these streets trying to get my relic weapon for Dawn Trail. Hell yeah. How much work are the Dawn Trail relic weapons by chance? Just out of a sheer morbid curiosity. You don't want me to answer that. I didn't think I did, to be honest with you. I thought I was good without knowing that information, and I'm glad I'm right. Cool. Use the vulnerary. Oh, I actually gotta get chancy with shit here in a minute. So he's gonna... If you miss... Okay, then we're good. Because I was gonna say, the problem is, otherwise... I could get hit, and then the archer could come up and kill him. So what I have to do is... You've got 5 speed. You've got 3 speed. Okay, so we're fine. In fact, I can actually swap him to the hand axe because it's impossible for him to get double attacked by someone with 3 speed. Oh, come on, Ross. Don't do this shit to me. Trade him the single-use vulnerary first. And I'm gonna take out a spare vulnerary that he could just trade for. And Franz, you move, trade his hand. I want to save his hatchet because I found how useful it was having a super high accuracy weapon later. I don't want to save it for when I most need it. Why am I don't know if it's my internet or yours causing this to be a slideshow. I'm dropping frames and I don't know why. Is there something I'm running that I shouldn't be? Hold on, I have an idea. Something taking a bunch of CPU, but what? That may have just fixed it. Mostly. Nope. I don't know why. Hold on. YouTube is fine. That was slowing everything. I'm putting this in chat so that if you slideshow right now, you'll see it. But yeah, it looks like YouTube seems to be running better, but I think it was my malware bytes acting up. But it seems like it's specific to YouTube. I mean, specific to Twitch, and YouTube is more or less working fine. Give me just one moment, y'all. One sec. I'm gonna troubleshoot something real quick. Give me 3 minutes. I'm fucking muted. I don't know what it is. I'm hemorrhaging flames. I gotta call Spectrum tomorrow. I'm not sure why. This is exactly. I'm so sorry. I'm going to here so you can see. So there's no. Cool. So I have a record of that. I'm just gonna create a spend point in the middle of the map. We will continue this once I can fix it. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what it is. I apologize. Hopefully next stream will not be dealing with this. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Till next time. Catch you later.